Hello, trading is closed on January 17th. My last call said I was looking for a sharp move to begin today, and that the direction of the move should give us a clue for what was going to happen for the next leg. I've been looking for recent highs to hold, and so far that's what's happened. We had a MEJT target of 2265.53, and that printed today. This is actually a good illustration of how the system's used. On January 12th, back here, we got a target. We had a target, but we didn't have a trade. Today, that price printed, and there was support under it. Anyone who was positive on the market had a reasonable price at which to enter. Anyone who was negative could either consider covering a short or be aware of the fact that this wasn't an appropriate entry for a new short position. And that's really how the system is used. It gives you targets, it doesn't give you entries and exits. Well, how about tomorrow? Well, MEJT identified this rally as false. It now says this drop is false too. It gives us a target of 2270.17. That's only about 2.5 points away from where we closed. If we gap down sharply, that's most likely off the table. I think there's a very real chance of that happening. For one thing, we have a wall into the close. That's often followed by a gap down. And although this pattern in general is pretty favorable, we gapped down, hit lower low, couldn't hold on to them. And we also have a pattern which typically closes near the day's low. It didn't come close. It couldn't even close under the middle of the day low. All that would be invalidated if we gapped down tomorrow and promptly took out this low. I have the closing price as resistance based on a number of things. Here's your 30-minute chart. This line is an old TDST line. The origin is way back here. You could see today's rally just couldn't break through. We have a Fibonacci grid here. Just ignore this. You take the prior low and the subsequent high, draw your Fibonacci grid. Here you'll see we've been playing Fibonacci ping pong, and that we rallied right into Fibonacci resistance. I'm always a bit reluctant to call for a 333. They're supposed to be very infrequent patterns, but that appears to be what we have here. Trying to get this to slide over, but it won't. Here we go. Here's your 1, there's your X, here's your W, X, Y, X. We went out of our way not to take out the high of 1. There's 2. And if that's 1 and that's 2, we could be in the third wave down with 1, 2, 1, 2. And if we drop from here, it's a third wave of multiple degree on the downside. So, if we can hold this early, we should see higher prices. Here's the target. We could go higher than that. But the consequences of failure here, the consequences if this doesn't print, and we take out this low early, consequences could be a straight line drop. And we should know before the market open which one it's going to be. And that's today's call.